My people, good morning, good morning. What's up, world? It is Thursday, April 3rd, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him all things is possible. This No Duck Zone episode is sponsored by Sports Management, Vision Sports Management. Shout out to my brother John Boy Belton. Follow him on Instagram and Facebook. And shout outs to Match Bout. My boy Shannon Brown. Follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Shout outs to both of the sponsors. Top of the morning, my kings and queens. How's everybody feeling? I hope everybody's feeling blessed. I hope everybody's feeling appreciated. I hope everybody's feeling thankful. If you're traveling, I hope you get to where you're going safe. School, work, doctor's appointment, court, vacation, wherever you're going, safe travels and knowing with Him all things is possible. Uh, Throwback Thursday, y'all. Let's go. It is Thursday. Every day I've been coming with a word of the day. And, usually I don't do them every day, but it seemed like for the last week or two, I've been coming strong with it. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? Just chill and just have a regular chop up. Um, but I think that the word strong might be the word of the day. Word I don't think I used before. Strong is not a word I think I've used, but that's gonna be for today. Strong, and we're gonna get into about what that word means. So let's get into it. So for my newcomers, my regulars, everyone, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Uh, Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is where it goes down at No Duck Zone podcast. Um, so you know, you think of the word strong, the first thing everybody thinks about is how much weights you can lift in the gym or how many push-ups you can do. Um, and that's a different type of strong when you talk about condition. This strong that we're talking about is, how can I say it? How can I put it? Surviving through stuff. Um, you've been through a lot, and you are a strong person to be able to get by it. Um, Deaths in the family. It's just so much you went through. Stuff that's happened to you personally, rather if it had been a car accident or you might have been through abuse. Um, which people wouldn't say that's strong. They just say that you're crazy. Because nobody should abuse anybody. But the word strong is just something that, like I said, it has nothing to do with you just being athletic and being able to lift weights. Because those people that can do that, that's cool and all. But I respect the other strong for people that have been through something and they actually found their way around what they were going through. Because, we live in a world where a lot of people are weak minded. And when you weak minded, it's easy for the devil to control your mind. It's easy for him to manipulate you. But when you're strong minded and you believe in the Lord and Savior, there's nothing that nobody can do with you. See, we have times in our life where we've probably been weak minded, but then, after a while we got tired of being weak minded and found a way to get some strength in us. because it feels better to go on in life. DS, what's up? It feels better to go on in life knowing that you're strong and you can get through whatever it is that you're getting through. You're willing to get through it. Um, you know, hard times don't last forever unless you want them to. So, you manage to beat whatever it is that you're going through. I look at people who have cancer. A lot of them are not down about it. A lot of people who have cancer are actually not down about it. They're actually strong people. Um, you know, they cancer leaves, it comes back. Um, and sometimes, they have to deal with it two, 3 times maybe, and some actually beat it. Um, you know, it's a thing where it could get you down and make you feel like tough people do. That's a fact, yes. That's a fact. So when I look at those people who going through that, and they can still be strong minded and go, and just still be strong, period, and go, man, I'm gonna beat this. I'm not gonna let it beat me. See, there's a lot of things that we let beat us and defeat us, and we don't even try to fight back. But we can be on social media arguing with each other, fighting back, and just conversating about shit that doesn't even matter, nothing that we can even benefit off it. But then when you have somebody fighting for their freedom, fighting for their life, fighting for their rights, those are the people that I looked up to. Those are the people that I honor and respect. Because, they have a right to be doing whatever. They have a right to be doing exactly what it is that they're doing. And some of them, I look at them and go, shit, I'm a strong person, but I don't know if I could have did what you did. Damn. Because, there's just certain things in this world we're willing to try, and then there's other things we're like, no, I wouldn't do that. Nope, I don't think I would do that. Like, we always had those moments where we go, nah, buddy, I don't think uh, you look at somebody else and you look at what they do and you're like, man, I don't know. But everybody's not built for it. You have to be strong-minded. You got to be a strong person. The word of the day is strong. Strong. You have to be strong. Now, people always say it's easier said than done. But, these words of the days that I give you guys are encouragement to go on in life. It's not just, hold on, y'all. I fucking hate this tablet. I swear I do. He's not just coming up with these words of the days just to be coming up with it. This is encouragement. And a word like strong is something that we have to survive in this world. Not just having a 9-to-5 job, not just having money and all that. You're going to have to be strong to make it, because as I was telling you guys yesterday that, and as I tell you all the time, the society doesn't care nothing about you. And they'll get rid of you in a second just to make an example out of you. They come up with all these type of medicines and these stuff to take for you to take to make you feel better, and tell you, hey, you got to take this shot if you want to. A lot of this shit that you just got to be strong and be like, man, listen, I'm not doing none of that shit, man. Certain times. Our bodies ain't built for a lot of stuff. But a lot of y'all are on like 5, 6 different medications. Boy, I Don't tell me strong ain't got nothing to do with it. It does, because me, I can't do it. To take one medication to drive me crazy. The 5, 6, I give it to y'all. I can't do it. That is a lot. But you got to be strong to be able to carry on in this world. Because we see what it is. We see what it is, and like I said all the time, a lot of us have major responsibilities in this world. The first one is to make sure we're straight, like I always say. But when you look at it, you could easily get influenced to just be on the opposite side of the street of not doing right. You could easily find yourself on the opposite side of the street just doing what you do, and then figuring out how the hell did I get on this side of the street? Because people don't have a problem with manipulating you and setting you up, getting you to do something that you have no business doing, have you going to a place you have no business going, making money the way you ain't supposed to really be making it, that you can possibly get in trouble behind it. So yeah, that's why being strong-minded, being not strong-minded is not the word of the day, but I'm just saying, being strong-minded is very important. Now, this might be something that some of y'all don't want to hear. Yeah, you tired of hearing the positive shit. You come on here and think because you see boxing gloves, let's talk boxing. I don't care what you think when you come up here. Because what you think to me don't matter. For somebody who might stroll across this, that might have never been here, this could influence them. And I will continue to push for those people, all you people who just want to see this and you don't belong here. And you're more than welcome to leave and not to come back. But I'm going to keep pushing for these people who need to hear this. Because every day, there's somebody close to the edge ready to just give it all up. Just because you don't feel like giving it up, or you feel like you're in a place in your life where I don't worry about any of that. I got more important things to worry about. But at some point, you will either like that in your life, or you have somebody like that in your life. There's somebody that's close to the edge and close to giving up and saying, I'm tired of it. But you continue to act like nothing's going on. Or, well, I'm not, I got more important. Well, the things that you worried about really ain't that important. It's not that important. I mean, it is. But if there's a brother or sister that we can talk to out there who can feel these messages and they can feel these words of the days every morning, then we're going to continue to do it, rather if y'all want to hear it or not. Every day I've been coming on here, the most frustrating thing about coming on here every day is having to deal with these idiot trolls who come on here and just be running their mouth. And nothing pertains to what we be talking about, and that's the reason why the block button exists. Me, to be on here on social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, I gotta be strong. We gotta be strong. Because social media is not terrible. The people that's on social media is terrible. Social media is just a machine moved by the people. So to be on here doing what I do, I definitely gotta be strong-minded. Gotta be strong. Because you gotta deal with the good, the bad, the ugly on here. It's a lot of nonsense you gotta deal with. A lot of fools, a lot of clowns, a lot of wannabes, a lot of make-believes. You got a lot of he say, she say. You got a I don't like you for whatever reason. If you just, you know, cross over to the youth, you know, to the social media world, a lot of these people you see are just, they're not strong minded. They're weak, and they're gonna. That's why they do and say anything to keep up with the Joneses, because they're gonna say whatever that they think people like and people want to hear. With me, on the other hand, I'ma just, I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna just tell you anything. Rather, if you want to hear it or not. That's why I don't beg for no subscribers. I don't beg for no subscribers. You know, you telling somebody to go subscribe to the channel ain't begging. You just putting them on. Even if they don't come, hey, listen, his channel's cool, but I don't want to hear all that positive shit he talking. But you know what? That'd be good for you for what you're going through right now. Go over there to his channel. And that's cool. That's cool. There's a lot of y'all acting like y'all ain't going through nothing in life. That's cool. I think it's funny, but it's alright. But you know, you gotta be strong. Gotta be. Some of us got responsibilities that's so crazy that it's like, it's unbelievable. Eric, oh, I see you, my brother. The responsibilities that we have as humans, as people, if you have any responsibilities, it's crazy because it's so overwhelming. And I always mention the word overwhelming because the word overwhelming is something that'll take you out if you're not careful. Because you start thinking about too much at one time. Too much gets built up. You know, your mind is like storage. You know, when you go store your furniture and stuff inside a storage place, but you know you only got so much room, so you can't fit anything else in there. Because when it's time to start taking stuff out, you can't take everything out at the same time. It takes a little time. And that's what our minds is like. We store our minds with too much stuff. And then when you want to start getting stuff off your mind, you can't get everything off at one time. And as you're trying to get some stuff off your mind, here comes some more stuff. So then now your mind gets cluttered. There's too much stuff in there. Now what does that do with you? You know, your mind can only take so much. It's a lot. But then at the same time, you have to be strong. You have to be. And a lot of people today, well, I don't want to say a lot of people, some people today don't know the definition of strong. If you brought that to them, they'll say, yeah, man, I am strong. I do 200 push-ups every day. I do sit-ups. I do dips. I lift weights. No, not that strong, you moron. That strong doesn't count for anything. We're not worrying about that. Talk about you being disciplined. How to say no to things. How to not put yourself in positions that you know can harm you. How to take everything, you got so much going on at one time and you're still able to keep it together. It's a strong person. That's a very strong person. How the hell are they doing it? I don't know. Me, I'm strong I think to a certain extent, because after a while there's only so much I can take. But I'm still strong though, because there's a lot of stuff I get through. My Lord and Savior gets me through it. Because you know how many times I'll be ready to snap and just lose it right there. But I know that's not the answer. I can't do it. So I gotta keep my composure. I gotta be focused. BC, what up? It's very difficult. It's very, trust me, it's very difficult at times. Very difficult. but I always find ways to get around that because I'm a strong person. I'm a very strong person. And that's what you're going to have to be going on in life. You're going to have to be a strong person. Mentally. Not, we ain't worrying about physically. We're worrying about mentally being strong. How much you can take. How much pressure. When you know it's time for you to say to yourself, you know what? It's about to be one of those days. It's about to be one of those weeks. Lord, help me. Help me to get through this. Help me to be strong. Because you know in your mind, you like, yo, yeah, it's about to be one of them days. You ever go to work and tell yourself that? You ever walk into your job and whatever you're responsible for doing, like you walk in and you see a lot of the work and you go, yeah, it's about to be one of them days. I see this shit. Lord, help me. Oh, I'm a strong person. Help me to get through this. Because it's just some things that trigger you where you just be like, man, I'm not doing none of this shit. I got enough stuff to worry about in my personal life. And here it is, I gotta walk into this. I remember I worked in the warehouse and they were backed up in the warehouse and I was kind of pissed. And I walked in and I'm like, and I used to have to be to work early. Like 6, I say it was 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe 6:30 in the morning. And you know, you getting up that early in the morning, you don't feel like dealing with no bullshit. When it's early in the morning like that, you don't even want people really saying good morning to you. You don't want supervisors or bosses saying really nothing to you unless it's really something important. All you want to do is get in and do your 8 to 10 hours, whatever you do. And I walked in and it was just like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be here long today. Like, for real, you see, I walked in like, yeah, I'm not going to be here today. This is bullshit. Yo, when it's 6:30 in the morning, who do you want speaking to you? I don't want nobody speaking to me. I'm going to keep it real with you. And what kills me is that, you know, jobs that be like, you got to be, man, I ain't got to be shit. It's 6:30 in the morning, man. I think I spoke about this before. When they be like early in the morning, you like, I don't want you speaking to me, man. Like, if it's 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, Jesus Christ. Yeah. But you know, you gotta, you know, you pick that shift. I like that. I ain't gonna lie, 6:30 in the morning is cool because I'd rather go ahead and get my day over with. I just don't like them jobs that want to keep you from 6:30 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's too damn long for me. I'm getting at the age at 42. I'm not giving you all them hours. That's just too many goddamn hours. I'm just being real with you. That's too many. When I was, you know, before I had no problem busting out them hours. I'm 42 is not old, but I'm just at the age where I'm not giving you all them hours, dog. I don't care what you're paying. You could pay $30 an hour. I'm just not. I'm at a point where I like to have the rest of my day to do whatever it is that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have it that way. For real, I'd rather have it that way, DS. I'm not the guy who want to give you from 6:30 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I like working, but I don't like working that goddamn much. Shoot, nah, bro. You give me 4 or 5 hours at work, I'm Gucci. In a dummy city, though, I like 10 when everyone is bad. Yeah, time is more prestigious. It is for me, man. I'm the type of guy now. I'm getting at that. I'm getting at the point in my life. You give me 5, 6 hours of working, I'm cool with that, bro. I'm cool with that because people don't realize the more money you make, the more they gonna get your ass anyway when taxes come. They gonna smoke you. People be like, yo, I gotta make more money because stuff is going up in New York. Yeah, all right, you working harder ain't gonna drop the price. Shit, it ain't gonna drop the price because you deciding to work extra hours. Some of y'all not even having a good time in life, man. Y'all just working, and ain't getting no kind of fun. And then try to convince me, oh, I got plenty of time to have fun. When? When you 75? When you 90 and you probably wearing a shit bag? Depends on what you got going on with your body. I ain't waiting till I'm 75 or 90 to have fun. Nah, buddy. Nah, buddy, not me. Hell no. By the time some of y'all start having fun, it's gonna be too late. Y'all gonna have something wrong with y'all. Y'all ain't gonna be able to travel because of your health. Man, tell me, Dave, somebody stop me when I'm lying. There's people in this world that would love to travel and go places and can't do it because of their health. And now it's easier to go travel now to probably get sick than it probably was decades ago. You can get sick anywhere now, bro. You can get sick in the damn just sitting in the airport. What's going on, Underrated? The number one grinder, the best kept secret on social media. Y'all go subscribe to my brother Underrated Darkness. I'm not waiting until I'm 90 or freaking 80 to go have fun. I'm going to have fun now. You gotta enjoy your life now, man. Because I'm telling you, these same people, these same places that you going to work for, some of these people, man, that's what they focusing more on. They focusing more on working. Gotta be strong-minded, baby. You gotta be strong where you go, you know what? This is what I want in life. This is what I'm going after. Don't look at the rest of the world and see what they doing and think that you gotta follow that. You gotta have a mind of your own. Exactly, Underrated. Fun now before it's too late. Be strong. Never be afraid to go your own way, your own direction. But for the people who always feel down and they feel loud, and I feel like there's no this, there's no that. Man, crazy, man. Enjoy your life, man. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. For all my strong mind people, man, enjoy your life, man. Have fun. That's what I'm gonna do. And it's not easy being strong. It's not easy. Because even in the mix of you being strong, you're gonna have some weak moments. Okay, let me say that again, because that probably went over some of y'all heads. Even with being strong, you're gonna have some weak moments. You're gonna have weak moments even when you're being strong. It ain't like, oh, I could be strong all day, and as long as I'm strong all day and I eat my spinach and my carrots, I'm good. Nah, he's about 6'4", I think. Underrated's about 6'3", 6'4", I think. Maybe 6, I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, you're going to just, so now you gotta figure out how, okay, look like or feel like I'm starting to have some weak moments. Because when people see that you're strong, they don't like it. If you standing next to somebody weak as shit, and mind you, when I say weak, I don't mean strength. I don't mean about who can lift the most weights. I'm talking about somebody who just ain't got no type of mind. They can't think for themselves, and they don't care to think for themselves, and they just out here doing whatever. That's the type of person you can't stand next to. Man, might give that person some advice, but they're gonna end up doing whatever it is that they want to do anyway, right? So those type of people, you cannot stand next to. It's impossible. And when they see that you start having some weak moments, that's what they waiting for. Huh? That's when they start bringing stuff to your attention that you don't do. But they'll find a way to get your attention. It's crazy, but They will do that. Come on, man. Drink this, man. Come on, man. Smoke that. It'll make it better. Come on, man. That's what they'll do. Get you on their level. And that's why it's important to be strong. Because they're waiting for those kind of people to come around every day. Because like I said, the devil is working every day. Every day. And you just have to get around that. You have to get around that. And to be honest with you, people go, well, how do you get around for somebody that's like that? Listen, the only way to do that is not to even go around them. That's my best advice for you. It's to not even go around them. Strong comes in so many different ways. Strong comes in for people who's really going through something. They damn near dying, or they caught something and they're still managing to hang in there, to fight through it. They got so many responsibilities and they're still finding ways to hang in there. Rather it be they're trying to look for a job, whatever, because, people don't realize, shit, when you out looking for a job, looking for a job is a job. So kids, in case you don't know that, looking for a job is a job. Never let anybody tell you anything different. And you just gotta, Josh, what up? I see you, my guy. So, when we see these type of people come around us and try to cause a distraction, to try to turn us from the strong to weak-minded, those are the people that we gotta separate ourselves from. Because you know right from wrong. It could definitely be a mission at times to get yourself away from people like that, but you gotta. And most importantly, you have to, tell yourself, hey, this ain't right. Don't feel right. Don't look right. There's a lot that comes with this. There's a lot that comes in this world with surviving. Being strong is one of them. Not physically, mentally. Mentally, you're going to have to. Life ain't just about paying bills and going to work for 10, 12 hours, killing yourself. It's not what it's about. The way we live here in this world, especially America, the way we live here is tragic. Because you got a lot of people that is not enjoying their life. And spiritually. Excuse me, Eric, you're right, and spiritually. We got a lot of people that's not enjoying themselves in this world. You think everybody you see that's moving around is enjoying life? They're really not. They're horrible. They're miserable. They just go to work and that's it. That's all, man. We got a lot of miserable ass people in this world. And some enjoy being like that. They enjoy being miserable. Hmm? You can't tell them about being strong because then they look at you as like, what is there to be strong about? Like, what does being strong have to do with me living life? You're gonna have somebody like that. Yeah, underrated. You gotta have somebody to be like that. What is there to be strong about? What does that have to do with me living life? That has a lot to do with it. Be strong and live life. Can't be miserable and live life. How far do you think that's gonna take you? Huh? How far you think that's gonna take you being miserable in life? Then they try to convince you they're not miserable. Man, it's written all over their face. Like that song by the Rude Boys. It's written all over their face. But they want to try to convince you that I'm okay. But they really not. They far from okay. They hurting. Right? And they want to keep hiding and just acting like everything is good. And steady either talking about it or Miss Fields, what's up? Good morning, Queen. Steady talking about it or approaching the situation, trying to fix it. D-Free, my brother, they won't do it. In order for you to make it in this world, it's just not about how much money you make. It doesn't matter about you just having insurance. It doesn't matter if you own land, how many cars you got, how many houses you got, how many condos you got, how much money you got saved. Rather, if you got a bank account or not, you're going to need to be strong mentally. And you're going to have to believe in your Lord and Savior to make it. Because all this shit that we out here buying and that we want, just keep in mind, ain't none of this shit going with us. Once we dead, here it is, we got family members fighting over our shit. We got family members fighting over our shit. So just keep in mind, we can work all we want to. We can buy all this, and I'm not saying people should never buy because it's the reason why we do work to get what it is that we want. But you just gotta remember, when you die, your family members is gonna be, they gonna fuck each other up off of what belongs to you. Now you thinking in your mind, my family ain't gonna do that. Man, listen, some of them be plotting on it already. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, why wouldn't he leave me the house? I'm more responsible to take care of that house. I'm the oldest one. I'm taking that car. I'm taking that jewelry. Oh, that money he has stashed in that Nike box? I'll take that. You know what I'm saying, Erico? They gonna do that, bro. You gotta be strong, man. Because I'm telling you, there's some things you're going to go through in this world that mentally and physically, that shit is going to break you down. Because you're going to be like, oh, Lord, I can't take none of this shit. I got to get away from my family. I got to get away from my job. I got to get away from everybody. And that shit is scary, man. It's scary to feel like that. But people don't realize that. So all this working that we doing, we going to work every day, 5 days a week. Some people go 6 days a week and have only 1 day off. Yeah, we can do all that shit if we want to. Just know that if you doing all that shit and you ain't getting nothing out of it, you just wasting your life. You ain't having no kind of fun. You ain't going nowhere, but you want to convince me I just got bills to pay. Well, shit, how far are you in rent? You can't be that backed up. But that's all my mama did. That's all my daddy did. I'm sure at some point your mom and daddy had fun. And even if they didn't have fun in life and all they did was work, you ain't your mother or father. Are you crazy? You think we were just put on this earth for that? Just to work? Show me something, a book. Show me a book or something that says that we was just put here to work and not to do nothing else. Show me and I won't go live no more. Oh, don't worry, I'll wait. I got time today. Show me a book that says that all you supposed to do on this earth is work and do nothing else. You're not supposed to have no fun. You're not supposed to go to the best restaurants. You're not supposed to go to no casinos, no basketball games, no water parks. Show me something that says that. Now, hey, y'all ain't got to worry about seeing my ass no more. Because you're not. You can't show me it. Don't exist. Don't exist. You know how miserable life is when you just living like that? I think I spoke about that, think last week, when I was like, you always got that one person who just, they cater to work. They don't cater to nothing else but work. Oh, it's all good, Erico. It's all good. The word of the day is strong. You got to be strong. You got to be strong, and you gotta believe in the Lord and Savior. You got to. No matter how crazy the world looks right now, no matter what's going on, what you feel like, all that don't matter. You're going to have to be strong. Not just to get through your day, but to get through life. And like I said, even when you're strong, you're going to have your moments where you start to feel a little weak. Because, you know, the devil doesn't like anybody strong. So now he tries to play with your mind. He tries to make you think about things that you shouldn't be thinking about. Why do it seem like the broke people be out here living their best life and I'm working every day? Something ain't right. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, D Free. They ain't living their best life. They ain't got shit going on. It just look like they are. It look like they are, but they not. They really not. They're trying to convince you that they are, but they not. Because these same broke ass people are be coming to you saying D Free or free. Let me hold $5, $10. They not though. They not. Because I see a lot of them. I know exactly what kind of people you talking about, free, but they not though. That's the crazy thing. They not. Those people are miserable in real life, right? They weak in real life. But D Free, they're trying to convince you they got everything they need. They're trying to not convince you, free, but they're trying to convince the world that they Gucci, they good. They trying to convince people that they good, but you ain't fooling nobody. And broke doesn't mean you just don't have no money. We just like, you ain't even trying to, you ain't got nothing going, but you trying to convince people you got everything. I ain't out here convincing people I got shit. Motherfucker, I'm broke. I'm not proud of it, but I have my hustles where I get my money. I ain't trying to convince everybody out here that I got it. Man, hell no. Hell no. Yeah, they trying to convince themselves, Miss Field. You know what? That's even better, Miss Fields. They trying to convince themselves that they got it. Because any smart individual are gonna know that, yeah, this motherfucker ain't got nothing going on. Yeah, Erico, you know how that go. So that's all. All these people that you see when you go on to work and you come home and it look like they living their life because they drinking or they smoking, they might, you know what I'm saying, at them like, well, what the hell am I doing wrong? Because they look like they living better than I am, but they not. And somebody probably taking care of their grown ass. Because you got a bunch of grown ass babies out here. And it ain't just the young generation. You got a lot of these grown ass men, 50s and 60s, is still being taken care of. Yeah. They trying to convince themselves they got it. Those are people I really don't even have a conversation with. Because those are the same people who will try to give you advice about how to get your shit together or what you need to do. How you giving me advice and you ain't got nothing going on? Those are the kind of people you got to separate yourself from. It's not about being judgmental. If you ain't doing nothing with your life, you not, mind you, pay attention, you not qualified to give me no advice about nothing. Nothing. You ain't qualified. You can't. Nah, McLean, you can't look down on those people. I ain't looking down on them. They looking down on themselves. We live in the world where we don't have to look down at people. Shit, they look down at themselves. Look how they treat themselves. You don't have to look down at nobody. Just because you're talking about them, that doesn't mean you're looking down at them. You don't have to look down at them. They're already looking down at themselves. But they still out here trying to convince that, hey, I'm okay and I got it. I'm Gucci. I have everything I need. I need nothing. Okay. If that's what you want to believe. If that's what you want to believe, you can't just tell me anything. I'm not that one you can do that to. The word of the day is strong, baby. We got to be strong. We got to be. And see, D-Free, I don't even look at those. Like when I see those people, and a lot of those people we talking about are not homeless. Sometimes they're right from our communities. They live in our building next door to us. We might have grew up with them or we just know them when we see them. A lot of them people, man, I be like, man, when I hear them outside talking and they be trying to say this and say that, I be like, man, look at this lame. Because that's what a lot of them are, lames. Trying to convince somebody that they that dude. Half of them ain't been the dude since 1988. Gotta be strong, baby. Even in your weak times, you're gonna have to figure out how to be strong. Even in your weak moments. Because just like God works in mysterious ways, that damn devil be on demon time. And at any moment he can come for you. Any moment. Any moment. He's coming. You might not know when he's coming, but he's coming. My thing is, are you prepared for it? Are you prepared for it? Because he's gonna come. The one thing about life that's scary is not knowing what to do when your mind is not focused. When you live in a world where you get so overwhelmed when you go, I don't know what to do. What do I do about the situation? Who do I turn to? Who do I call? Where do I go? I'm gonna share something with y'all. So last year, around June, my mental usually doesn't get messed with. But for some reason, on this day, my mental got messed with. I started my day out okay. It was something that I was thinking about that took me to a different world. and I ain't talking about Different World on TV neither. It took me to where, for the rest of the day, I don't remember what I did. And I know I ended up somewhere far downtown where I was so over emotional and overwhelmed about something, I couldn't even control it. My mental was really messed up where my wife was calling me and I didn't even bother to answer my phone. I didn't bother to look at my phone, and I'm going around asking people what time it is, and I have the time on my phone. I had a moment where it was like, what just happened to me? And that's scary because that never happened. You know, mental health is serious. But I had a moment. That moment never came back, but I had a moment. Yeah, I had a moment, Miss Fields, and I'm sitting there like, oh shit. So when I come home and she's worried, I come in, trying to figure out what just happened. Eric, listen, I'm not lying. I'm not making this shit up. I'm a great storyteller, but this is real. I didn't know what happened at the moment. I was trying to figure out. It's like it became it's like something took over me where I didn't know where I was going. And then when I did snap out of it, it was something that said, go home. I freaking ended downtown somewhere by the freaking water. That's scary. I like to walk by the water anyway to always look at the view. But if I can't remember walking to the water, that's a problem. Because what if I'd have walked to the water and been in the water? Because the damn motherfucking other side would have said, get in. Then my wife and nobody would have never heard from me. That's a problem. That's what happened to me last year. Hey, I told the story before, D-Free, you remember? See, y'all know I'm not lying. My brother D-Free confirmed it. So that's when y'all know I'm not lying. I was in another world. I didn't understand what happened. I was teary-eyed as I was coming back home because I didn't understand what happened. I have a phone in my pocket. My wife's calling me. I'm clearly not answering it, and it's not like I know she's calling. I don't know what the fuck is going on. All I know is that when I snapped out of it, something said go home. But what if something would have said not go home and then said get in the water? I'd have gotten the water. I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to be strong-minded in this world. You're going to have to be strong-minded. You're going to have to believe in the Lord and Savior. And even being, like I said, being strong-minded, you're going to have some weak times. But you're going to have to know how to deal with those weak times. You're going to. Because it will take over you. For people out here. So you lost hours like you still can. Yeah, I had lost hours and I didn't know anything, Erico. When I got home and told my wife, I was so fucking emotional, I couldn't even control it because I didn't understand, Erico, what happened. It's different if you needed time to yourself and you say, look, I didn't answer the phone because I was going through something. I wanted to just take a walk. This is what I'm feeling. That's something different. But when you don't know what the fuck is going on, you don't have a clue what's going on because your mind just clearly went to Neverland. You don't know what's going on. That's scary, bro. For the first time in my life, I got to feel with other people that feel like they don't know what's going on with them or why they overwhelmed and why mental health is so high. I got a taste of what they go through. That shit is scary, bro. Shit is scary, bro. No matter who you think you are, how much money you got, I don't care if you think you Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect. Man, let me tell you something. That shit could come knocking at your door. I don't give a damn how much money you think you got, what type of house you think you grew up in, what type of family you think you grew up around. Nigga, you ain't perfect. You think it can't come knocking at your door? It can come knocking at your door any minute. It knocks on people's door every day. It's doing it right now. Huh? When you got these dudes killing their wives and kids, it's knocking at their door. When you got these mothers killing their kids, it's knocking at their door. It done came already. And if you answer the door when they knock, it's on you. Once you open that door, you know what you're doing. Because they can't come in unless you answer the door. If you answer that door, it's over. There's no, put the cuffs on them and put them in the psych ward. Nah. That don't happen all the time. Because to me, a lot of times, a psych ward to me sometimes is a cop-out. Yeah. The devil's going to come knocking. Yeah, I remember nothing, Miss Fields. I remember nothing, but I remember walking to where I was walking to. But as I was walking, my mind was getting more like out of it. As if it was just saying walk. But never told me where to go. Or I didn't tell myself where to go. Let's put it like that. Because I know where I'm going, where I'll go. When I live in Manhattan where there's nothing but water around. Parks and waters. And so I'm like, wait a minute, how do you don't remember this? And still don't remember till this day. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're going to have to be a little more careful, buddy. Because when he comes knocking at your door and if you answer, that's your ass. Just know. No, I didn't live near Manhattan my whole life. I'm from the Bronx. I've been living in Manhattan I moved here in 2018 because my wife is from out here. So, that's why I came out here. But I'm from right across the bridge. I live in Harlem. Harlem and the Bronx is right next door to each other. It's just like Brooklyn and Queens, right next door to each other. Tony 82, my brother, what up? Know what, Tony? You've been coming through here. Hold on, man. Let me do something, cause you come through here a lot, my guy. I appreciate you. You come through here a lot. So what you say, Miss Fields? You said the body and the mind can work as one when we check out. Yeah. And it was just scary to me. It was scary to me, y'all. I'm glad that I'm here today to still be able to talk to y'all. Because you probably would have been hearing the story of this kid who was a dope content creator and then one day he just checked out. He just checked out one day. There was an amateur kid that we just buried this year. 16 years old, and I talked about how he committed suicide. They found his body somewhere upstate New York. Nobody knew what happened. The kid was only 16. Yeah, we don't know why he checked out. We don't know why people check out every day, right? And then we go, I was just with him. I was just talking to her. What happened? That's impossible, man. We was just kicking it like 3 hours ago. Remember, I told y'all about this, about mental health, depression. We speak about this shit all the time. It's real. If you try to act like it don't exist, oh man, that shit is for only people that's really going through something. People who can't pay their rent, people who found somebody cheating on them, and that shit can be for anybody, dog. It ain't got nothing to do with it. You could be in a marriage or be in a relationship where everything is good. If for some reason some shit go wrong. To me, the devil just don't prey on the weak. He come for some of the strong too, to try to turn them weak. Yeah, we're gonna free you too, dummy. You see that right there? Dude coming into my free Diddy, the devil. That's exactly what I'm talking about, the devil. The difference is I'm not the weak. You can't come over here with that bullshit. That's what I'm talking about, the devil walking in with the BS. Yeah, he goes after the strong first. He's trying to act like we have to quickly tell. Yeah, 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 Miss Fields. Yeah. They will come after you. They just don't come after the. You think the devil just comes after weak people and that's it? Oh, we can't mess with the strong people because they built different. Yeah, some of them are, but they'll try you. Every person that was weak didn't start off weak. Every person that's weak didn't start off weak. At some point they had their strong moments, but then shit happened. Shit happened, and for some of them, they couldn't go back. But if you think that because you're a strong person and that it can happen, I'm just saying you have to be strong. You got to hold on to that. You can't just be strong, but you got to be a believer of the Lord and Savior. You're going to have to be. Because I'm telling you, this world we live in is super duper scary. Let me tell you something, man. My Lord is my president. He's my governor. He's my mayor. My life is in his hands. It's not in the life of no human being hands on earth. My life is in my Lord and Savior hands. It's not in the president's hands. It ain't in the governor's hands. Exactly. My life, that's where my life is in. I don't know what hands y'all like, but my life is in my Lord's hands. Not no president, not no governor, not no mayor. I can't put my life in the hands of a human being. Sorry. Absolutely not. Look how we being treated down here. Look how we being treated here. Look how we being treated here. You know, a lot of us didn't ask to be here. But we here. And we try to make the best of it. And you live in a country that treats you like you don't belong here. That's the kind of world we live in. We live in a world that treats us as if we don't belong here. And nobody sees that. Nobody sees that. You probably got more weak-minded people running around in this world than strong-minded people. Just look at the moves they make. Look at the decisions that they make. Look at the things they say. Yeah, you gotta be, Erico. That day for me scared the shit out of me. That day for me changed everything, because I'm like, oh no, sir. If that shit come knocking at your door, or you happen to cross paths with it, how you gonna deal with that next time? Because the next time you might not be so lucky. He allowed your ass to walk home this time. Well, he didn't allow it. It's just that God seen it. My Lord and Savior seen where he was walking me to and grabbed me. Stepped in. Oh no, you can't have him. You can't have him. I'll decide when it's time for him to go. You can't have him. That's what it was. He saw what was going down. That's how I was able to make it back home. He saw that. Now, you can't have him. No way. I just told you what snapped me out of it. My Lord and Savior had to snap me out of it because I don't know what happened, Erico. All I remember is it was time to go home. I had to thank my Lord and Savior. That's what I have to do. I have to thank him. Because it was him that probably snapped me. It was him that snapped me out of it. Good morning to the most beautifulest woman in the world, my ride or die, my everything, my partner in crime, my best friend, Mrs. McClain. What's up, baby? And what snapped me out of it probably too was that woman right there. That woman right there. Tiffany Coleman. That woman right there. My wife. What would my life, or what would her life would have been like if I wasn't here anymore? For her to have to go on without me. For her to have to get a phone call with her not even knowing where I went. And then all of a sudden she just gets a phone call. Or you know, nobody wants that call. Yeah, we having a blessed day, Tone. Nobody wants that phone call. Nobody wants that phone call that their loved one is not here anymore, and you're like, wait a minute, what happened? Did somebody do something to him or her? Well, why was they down there? Well, it wasn't that she snapped me out of it. I said her because it was God that snapped me out of it to get me back home to her. See, as I was coming back home, my mind wasn't where it was supposed to be. And my wife knows this story. She know about the story about me leaving and not knowing, you know, I was going through something and not knowing if I was going to come home or not. I didn't know if I was going to come home or not, and it wasn't because I didn't want to come home. I didn't know if I was going to come home. Which means it doesn't mean I was going to stay outside longer. I didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah, she is. Yes, she is. She is. All right, she is. But it's just scary that, you know, Yes. My wife would always be that. My wife will always be my wife is always that person that makes me think about shit before I think about actually doing something, because if it wasn't for her, you know, I'd be out here making a lot of dumbass decisions. Because even with me being married, that's, you know, the devil, he really preys on that. He preys on that, to come into marriages and hoping to destroy him. And if he can't destroy both of y'all, he's going to work on one of y'all. Yeah, so, but you're going to have to be strong-minded, ladies and gentlemen. You're just going to have to be. Talk. We have to talk to each other too. And this is the reason why I have these, right? This is the reason why it's the point of having these every morning. To make somebody to go on and feel better about their day. And whenever somebody's feeling down, I want them to be able to tap into one of my videos and go, you know what? He's very necessary. Everything that I ever been through or about to go through, listening to his videos are going to help, because it helps me. Yeah, you know what? It's Tony82. Let me tell you something, man. And Eric O would tell you, because he's been around for a while, underrated to tell you, D3 will tell you. My whole point of doing, when I first got on YouTube, if we wasn't going to talk about boxing, I wasn't talking about nothing because I didn't want to talk about nothing else because a lot of times you try to block out what's going on in the world. And then eventually you can't block what's going on in the world because there's a bigger fight going on in the world besides boxing. When I realized that, it was time to have those type of conversations. So I started having those conversations. I started having these word of the days, and now I said, you know what? I'm not getting up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning talking boxing. I'm not doing it because there's more important things in the world. There's more important things in the world. And I enjoy doing this for y'all because I know some of y'all need to hear this. I'm not worried about the clowns who say I don't want to hear this, or hey, you watching the fight this week? Like, I'm not worrying about them. Like, you don't even have to come through here. Just smash my like button and get the fuck out of my house. I could care less. But I'm going to keep doing this and doing this and doing this and doing this until we get the point. So if I have to come up with 100 more word of the days, I'm going to keep doing it. Understand? Yeah, Eric O, that's my man, baby. He a good dude. I'm waiting to meet Eric O. I ain't met Eric O yet, but we gon' meet. We gonna try to get Eric O out here next year. Eric O, Miss Fields, maybe Tony 82. We gonna get him out here for the annual barbecue in 2026. They coming to New York. I'm hoping they do. Hoping we get them out here next year. What I want to start doing, y'all, is probably going back on stream and maybe bringing some of you guys up as guests, if you guys don't mind. So if you guys want to participate at any time, but I know a lot of y'all are at work in the morning, so it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for some of y'all. Yeah, see, my man Eric O, man, he's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. I'm going to start doing these streams and having you guys come up as guests, and at some point we'll talk about this. I want you to be, so Miss Fields, you and I feel like it's somebody else that I need to be talking to in here. There's going to be a Mother's Day special that I'm going to be doing next month. So everybody tune in for the Mother's Day special. I do it every year, so tune in next month. It's going to be major. It's going to be major. And look out for me and the missus. We said this before. I think I'm going to talk to her about it either today or tomorrow when she come in. We're going to be trying to get together to put something together so me and her can do. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, Underrated, I got you. I see you. I got you. Chat as it helps me. Oh, yeah, definitely. Anybody, I'm going to be back on. I'm still on StreamYard. I just choose to get on here in the morning because I don't want people to think as soon as I come on in the morning, okay, it's boxing talk. Because it is boxing this week, and we got Tim Tszyu and Joey Spencer this week, so I'm going to get into that. I'm going to talk about that. Got my brother Keith Cologne going this week, so it's a lot going on this week. But I'm going to get into that. Look, y'all, I'm going to get off here. I think I'm past my time now, so yeah, man. I'm going to pass my time. I'm going to go ahead and do what I do. It is Thursday. I would love to step outside, but it looked like it's going to when do Keith fight. Keith Cologne fights this Saturday in Philadelphia. I wish I could have been out there for him. Pro Box. Yep, he fights on Pro Box. I'm proud of him. I'm actually about to call his father. I wish I could have been out there in Philly this week for it. I really would have loved to have been out there in Philly this week for it, but it's all good. I'm going to call his father actually when I get off this live, and maybe I'll set something up with him. All right, take care, man. Take care. All my peoples, just remember, I love y'all. Y'all have a safe and blessed day at work. Some point, I'm going to give you guys my numbers. I'm going to give some of you guys my numbers so you can have it, so we can all stay in touch. But you guys have a safe and blessed day. I love every single last one of y'all. I don't care if I met you or not. Love y'all. Have a blessed one. Later on, I'm definitely coming back. I know I always say that and it don't happen because things always come up. Yesterday I wanted to do it and I had a busy day, so forgive me on that. If I don't come back on Instagram, I'll be back on here. Dr. Seuss, love you too. All right, but we're going to probably talk about the Keith Cologne fight. Maybe we'll get into that. But I love y'all. Check y'all later. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go. And remember, the word of the day is strong. Be strong, y'all. Love y'all. Peace out.